I'm going to lead the introduction with our next guest with a quote from Rocky Balboa. Man, you look good for an older guy. Ladies and gentlemen, Carl Weathers.
Oh, my God. Preston.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for that, I think, kind summation of what's going on here.
You look damn good.
Look at this. Now Steve's going to jump in on it.
No, are we correct? Are you coming up on 70?
Oh, jeez, man. Why did you have to go there this early in the
Because
morning?
it defies
Yes.
I would not.
Man.
You look really good.
You look good.
Yeah, I don't go that way, but I just
All
might.
right. Well, hey, man, you know what? Whatever happens, okay? I may not be included, but you're okay. You're okay with me.
Man, we've been wanting to meet you for a long time. This is a really special treat for us.
Thank you so much. Great to be back in the city of brotherly love.
You are a Philadelphian. Regardless, you will always be an honored citizen of this city.
That is one of the nicest things anybody has ever said to me, Steve. I appreciate that.
And it's the truth, because we were talking about this earlier, and obviously you are at the cornerstone of so many pop culture great moments in all of our lives. But the Apollo Creed was essential for Rocky, for that movie. You provided a heart and a performance that was so essential for that all to work, and you know, the counterbalance too. You weren't a one-dimensional character, and I think it's you, the actor and the person that you are, that made us really say, this is a good man too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that made it more complex.
Well, you know, Steve, you just brought a tear to my eye, because not only was I pop culture, but I'm an artist. Steve. Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Thank
no,
you.
it's true.
Look, I am so, first of all, I'm appreciative of that, you know, those compliments. I got to say, though, man, I had such a great time in the movies, all those Rocky movies and many other movies I've done, but we were very blessed to have such a great cast, you know, and to have such great words for Apollo Creed to say, written by Sylvester Stallone. We had great direction in the first movie, John Avildsen, but in the subsequent movies, Sly was directing, and he is a great director. I maintain this to this day, and he's heard me say this, and he probably would like try to knock me out for saying this, but honestly, as good an actor as he is, I think he's a better director.
Hey, Carl, I have a question about two different characters you played in two different types of movies, but they have a similarity, and I'm talking about Dillon in Predator, and then Chubs in Happy Gilmore. I don't know if anybody made...
I love it. They have similarities. Okay.
Well, they do.
I know where you're going.
Yeah.
I know where you're going.
All right, so then I don't even have to go there.
That's right.
Damn alligator bit my hand.
Oh, my. So the alligator bit your damn right hand off, and the Predator shot your right arm off.
Yes.
Was that done on purpose by...
by whom?
By Adam Sandler?
That's a good question. I never asked Adam that. You know, I really never did. But I seem to have this propensity for losing my appendages.
Did you get to keep any of the props? Did you get to keep?
Man, what a fool I am, because I didn't. Neither of those movies. Well, that's not true, because from Predator, the only thing I have is this beautiful knife that was forged. We all had these knives that were made by this great knife maker, and I don't remember his name right now, but it's beautiful, right? So, no, I didn't keep the arm. I wish I had. And no, I didn't keep the damned hand that the damned alligator bit off.
I'll tell you what, that Predator arm, if you were to hold that up, just without me knowing, I would have said, yep, that's Carl Weathers' arm.
It looked pretty real, didn't it? Well, you know, they took the mold of the arm, man. My guns had to, you know, like stand out, and all the sinew and these muscles had to stand out while the gun's pumping while it's in my hand, and the arm's jumping up and down, you know.
Dude, that handshake between you and Arnold when you first see each other.
It is classic, isn't it? It is classic.
Man and man.
By the way, I have coined that the man shake.
Yes.
That is not a handshake. Right. That is a man shake.
Carl, have you ever been to a sporting event in Philadelphia where they've done Rocky montages during the sporting event itself?
I haven't. No, I haven't.
It's amusing, and it gets you going, you know. But the scene that comes to mind is when you and Rocky are running on the beach, and then you end up hugging one another.
Yes.
Because it's sort of comical at this point.
There are a lot of people who look at that and think, these two guys like each other. They really like each other.
But you guys are in such phenomenal shape at that point, too, you know? So it's like, it's one of those things where you can't help but giggle a little.
Well, the thing about it is, I think somebody asked me a question about, whether Rocky was, I think it was your competition or one of your competitors, and it was Eisen, and he was asking about, what people think of that show, and his thought was that it's really not a sports movie; it's a love story.
Yeah.
And I think there is a lot of truth in that, and I say it's actually both, because it's set so well and rooted so well in this role in this world of sport and in boxing in particular. But what makes the thing about sports, in a way, all about love, is that it's not romantic love, but it really is about men loving competition and loving the competitor because of what you go through to be at the top of your game.
How much did sports help set you up and prepare you for the process of becoming an actor?
Oh man, it's prepared me for life.
Yeah.
In my mind, and maybe others feel differently about it, but there's something about teamwork, number one. To be on a team, you learn something about that from a very early age, what it takes, what your job is on that team, how to be your best at your job, how not to let others down because you have responsibilities, you have assignments on that team.
But speaking of the best, I mean, I think a lot of people would agree that during the 80s, Tom Selleck had the best mustache, but I think you give him a run for
wait a minute now. Wait a minute. I gave him a run for it in his 80s. Okay. No, Tom, I know Tom's reputation, not only as an actor, but as an actor with a mustache. Yes, it sets him apart. I got to give him props for it because that's a bush, man. That's a bush. Okay.
Yours is the most rocking.
Yes.
Listen, we are just absolutely elated that you came by here today. We love you. We love your work. And as Steve had said so eloquently, you're a member of this city, this community, just because of the relationship and with the Rocky films and what it means to this city and everything. So we're just really happy that you're here.
Thank you.
We appreciate it, man. Yeah.
I'm always, every time I come here, there's so much hospitality. People really kind of open their arms. And of course, if Apollo Creed's walking down the street, you're going to get a little attention. Just a little bit, So, I mean, props to Sly for taking us home with running up those steps, man. If it, there's running up those steps kind of like sets the tone for everything when it comes to Rocky, and, running through the district there and seeing all the folks who are selling their goods in the morning, from soup to nuts, man, having them turn around and watch Rocky and cheer him on. So we're really all very fortunate that this city embraced not only the movie, but embraced the concept of the winner, and the guy from, kind of underdog who makes it, man. And for all of us, anybody who's ever been or felt like an underdog, Rocky is kind of our anthem.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
we thank you here in Philadelphia.
Chicago Justice, Sunday, NBC 10, 9 o'clock. Carl Weathers. Thank you so much.
Thank you.